This week on Pixel Perfect Gaming, we're going to talk about League of Legends, NA Worlds, and just how terrible NA did. League is also coming out with some new games, different style of games that you may not expect, so we're going to cover a little bit of that. We're going to talk about a game that was supposed to come out in October, but is not coming out until next year now. And then lastly, probably the biggest thing is Blizzard is still on everyone's radar. All kinds of stuff coming up, and BlizzCon is right around the corner. So let's check it out. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Pixel Perfect Gaming. This is episode 42? Yep, according to my notes, it's episode 42. I am 42. Chris. That's Patrick.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you say I am Chris because of my yell.
You got too hype. Got too hype
too soon.
That's okay, nothing wrong with that.
So, we are super close to a full year.
Yeah, I think we started. Was it the very 1st of January?
I thought we started a little bit before that.
Maybe it was
because there's been
I don't even know
2 weeks where we haven't released an episode, right? 2.
Have there been 2?
And I know there was recently 1, and I thought there was 1 more before that.
There might be. I don't know, honestly.
So at episode 50 or 51, we will be at a year.
It's definitely coming up soon. We're going to have to do a recap of, we're going to have to spend some time on episode just recapping this year of podcasting. And then we'll definitely need an episode kind of talking about expectations for 2020. 2020 is going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a new console generation next year. A lot of new games coming out. It's going to be good. It'll be real good. Yeah. Speaking of 2020, real quick. Year. That's true. That too's coming out next year. See that coming out next year. That's funny.
Pat's marriage coming out next year.
Pat's sim game. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, that's going to happen next year. Yeah, good point. Speaking of 2020, do you remember there was something that was supposed to come out in October that hasn't come out this year?
Death Stranding?
Nope, that's coming out in November. But there was something that was slated for October release of this year, and it is not coming out. They ended up pushing it. We didn't talk about it last week. I kind of forgot about it, but yeah, they pushed it till March. Can you guess what it is?
Was it something you were really excited for?
It's something you were excited for.
I was excited for.
Yeah.
Me? Oh.
I mean, I'm excited for it too, but I mean, I think you were also excited for it.
What was I excited for that was supposed to come out this month?
I like how confused you are in this moment. It's good.
All I can think of is how excited I was for Borderlands.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That probably did take
the
over
new Call of
really. No, I don't think you've ever shared excitement for that. It was Doom Eternal. It's supposed to come out this month, and
the old Doom.
Yeah, and so they pushed it to March now. So that's a pretty significant push. I mean, they pushed it 5 months. Yeah, 5 months out. Apparently, they're nowhere close to release. So, oh well, there's that. I guess I kind of forgot about it. I just happened to see an article. I was just kind of thinking about it. I was like, wasn't Doom coming out this month? And
I completely forgot about it until you just said that.
Yeah, so that's that.
You could have given me the entire fucking episode to think about it, and I never would have.
I kind of felt that way, but I just decided, you know what, we have some other things maybe we should talk about, so decided against it. So I played some new stuff this week. Do you want to hear what I played? Of course you do.
Always, baby.
So I went back to Code Vein. Okay, so I put a little bit of time in that. It's fun. I got The Sims 4. Okay.
Yep,
mostly
I saw that.
So I could build tiny houses. That's really all I wanted to do. I just wanted to build tiny houses.
Okay.
So I've been having a great time building tiny houses in that, so that's fun.
Do you watch that tiny house show?
No, actually, I don't really watch any tiny house show. But I just wanted to do it. I saw some YouTube videos of people doing it, and I was like, I want to do that. So
This could be me.
Yeah, I could do this. I mean, I'm not going to release any of them, but I could make some of these maybe, possibly. And then I did play another game earlier this week. I ended up downloading Archage Unchained. So Archage is an older MMORPG, and Unchained, my understanding, is basically a re-release of the original with updated visuals and no pay-to-win model. So it's pay-to-play instead of pay-to-win. So they don't have that garbage loot box crap in it. And I was like, okay. The initial reviews were pretty good. It looked kind of like old school MMO to me. So I played it for about an hour and a half and just decided I don't want to do it. I think I died is what happened. I was running around. I died from like an animal I couldn't kill, even though it was the same level and it killed me. And I was like, all right, I don't want to play this right now. And then I went, you know what? No, I don't want to play this at all. Steam, refund me my money. And Steam was like, here you go. And I was like, I appreciate you. And that's when I bought The Sims.
Classic.
No. Yeah, that's what happened. And then today I bought another game.
Oh, yeah? Which please,
I might not refund this one. It's looking pretty good so far. I've only put like 15 minutes into it, but I like the initial gist of it. It is Disco Elysium.
Disco. I'm looking. Oh, here we go. I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
How do you spell Elysium? I'm gonna wing it.
Elysium.
It's a groundbreaking open-world role-playing game. You're a detective with a unique skills system at your disposal and a whole city block to carve your path across. Interrogate unforgettable characters, crack murders, or take bribes. Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a human being. Oh, shit.
That's the part that got you, or an absolute disaster. I'm on board.
Yo,
how do I sign up? I can imitate my life.
I was about to say, I didn't know they did this fucking Patrick simulator. Damn.
That's funny. No, it's one of those kind of games that doesn't have a combat system or anything based on the reviews I read. You're just a detective, and the reviews are like, yeah, no combat system. The reviews are really good. One person was like, don't look up spoilers. Be a real detective. Stop reading these reviews. And I'm like, okay, shit. Don't skip text. Read everything. I'm like, okay, fuck, I'll try it. Shit. So it got me. I put I think I have maybe 20 minutes into it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm kind of on board. This is neat. Yeah, unfortunately, I think because as soon as I opened it, I was like, man, if I could get into this, I bet maybe Pat and I could be like co-op detective partners.
Yo, how great would it be? Like, you're the clean-cut detective. You live by the rules.
And you're the bad guy.
But I don't. I take all the bribes.
Yeah. You're the drunken maniac that's beating the shit out of people to get the information.
Exactly.
Just clipping people's tips off with garden shears and stuff.
Everything you're saying sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good. I think one of the reviews I saw, it just said I slapped a kid. And I was like, okay, all right. I could get into that. Yeah, I could get into that.
Oh shit! How much is it?
It's $40. It's a pretty big. Yeah, it's the price when I initially saw it. I was like, oh, that's a big chunk of change. But I'm like, but 2 hours. If I can keep it under 2 hours and decide that I hate it, then I can get refunded. But honestly, I think I'm going to keep playing. So looks good. I'll let everybody know next week because I'll probably have more time into it unless I get
a review next week. And throw a review into the reviewed by you channel in our Discord.
I already deleted that part of the channel. So we created a review by you kind of section on the Discord where we would let users post game reviews. Turns out Discord has a 2,000 character limit, so you can't really get into detail. So basically you have to make a Word document and attach it, and that is just bullshit.
Or keep your review under 2K.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not although we could do maybe a short and sweet review section potentially, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to give it some more thought.
Done. 2 words. Game not good. Boom. 3 words.
Could be better.
3 words.
Be worse. Yep. End of review. So yeah, that section is not on there right now anymore. I mean, maybe at some point I'll add it back in, but for now it's dead to the world. Let's see. Anything new on your side with games?
Nope. Been playing the same things. Playoffs is coming up in our league season next week. This week is a new mandatory practice that they added in last second, which has pissed some people off. It's actually really annoying. I don't pay for you to force me to practice. I
no
pay
shit. What's that about?
for you to organize games for me to play. So that's a little annoying. But what are you gonna do?
You tell them. You throw eggplants at them. You tell them.
Okay, eggplants, got it. Let's see what else. This happened a couple weeks ago, but I don't think I told you. I gambled all my money away again in RuneScape.
Classic.
But worse than before. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell everything off and gamble that money and make big money. Lost it all. Mm-hmm. I went from like over 200 mil down to like 3 mil. But I'm back up. I'm back up to like 18 mil. All right, so we're slowly rebuilding.
That's how it goes. What did you gamble? What were you gambling on? Like, what? Is there
roulette?
I was gonna say, is there like a roulette or something in there? Because that's what I figured it would be.
Yeah, nice little like. It's a bannable offense, but there's like an external site that some clans run where you can go in and gamble your hard-earned GP.
That's funny. You're living on the edge. You're like, ban me, I dare you. You make a terrible detective.
Save my sanity.
Make a terrible detective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make it multiplayer.
Hey, so far you have like dice rolls for skill check kind of things. Very D&D kind of style stuff.
Oh, okay, I'm into that.
Cool stuff. I liked it. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Anyway, I'll let you know more next week. So, okay. Well, let's get into the news this week. Let's talk about League because we're just talking about League. So, first off, Worlds NA is garbage. My notes specifically say NA is a fucking suckfest.
Giant disappointment is the term that I prefer to use.
Yeah, I definitely like mine better.
Yours is blunter. Mine hits you more in the feels. Which is what it does to me, okay? Hits me in my feels.
It was definitely disappointing. I wasn't surprised by Clutch Gaming. I did kind of have hope that C9 would get out of their group, but they had a tough group. So their group was pretty ugly. And then TL, I don't understand what the fuck happened with that last game.
After their draft in that last game, they did not deserve to get out of groups. So their very first game they played against Damwon Gaming, they picked Damwon Gaming picked a Vlad top against TL, and they wrecked it. And so they just started letting Vlad through. But then IG, when they played them the first time around, picked up Vlad and absolutely shit-stomped. And so you would think, this guy's a much better Vlad than the other guy we played. Maybe we should ban it. Nope. They're just going to let it through. And the guy is literally known for being like one of the best Vlads and it being his best champion. And there's like, nah, we'll give it to him.
I mean, they're defending champion team too, so that they're a top tier team. So why would you let one of their good players onto their best champion if you have the possibility to do it? That's nuts. Just in general, even apart from the pick, the gameplay was just garbage. Watching Jensen get picked off and a couple different times, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It was pretty gross.
I feel deep.
Yeah,
deeply.
It was kind of gross because I'm sitting there like, you have LeBlanc, which is a pretty good champion at getting out of stuff, and you're just getting picked off left and right. I'm like, good God, this is ugly.
Yeah, Jensen was definitely a bit of a weak point, which is sad because he's always done so well in previous world tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he came to TL and replaced Pobelter, everyone was like, great, like TL should make it out now. This guy's known for making it out and performing well. They got rid of that weak link. It'll be good. And what do you know?
It was terrible. It was terrible. So who do we have in the finals now, or the quarterfinals? It's like what, Hong Kong teams and South Korea team, and Is that basically it to sum it up?
2 EU teams. No,
And,
3.
and
All
EU.
3
Yeah, there's some EU
made it out.
teams.
So
Fnatic
it's like
G2 and who else?
Fnatic
Splice?
G2
No.
Splice made it out.
Oh, Splice made it out? Okay.
Yeah, along with like SKT and Griffin, IG, Damwon Gaming, and like Fun Plus Phoenix, I think is their name.
Yeah, Fun Plus Phoenix. Yeah. Who's gonna win, Pat? Who do you think's gonna win this?
I'm gonna give you my top 3 in no particular order: SKT, G2, or Damwon. I think one of those 3 will win it.
We'll know pretty quickly between whether or not Damwon or G2 because they're both playing each other in the first round of quarterfinals here.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
that's
won't
right.
be. So one of those is going out. Damwon was surprisingly really good over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But G2's just been solid all the time, so I think that's going to be really entertaining to watch. I'm looking forward to the Griffin Invictus Gaming match, but Griffin's just like kicking ass. So, and I think Fnatic should beat Fun Plus Phoenix. I don't even know who that is, honestly, so maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know either.
And
honestly.
I would expect SKT to beat Splice.
Which is fair.
That's what I would expect. I think it's probably going to be SKT and Griffin in the final. And between the two, I honestly don't know who the fuck would win that. My vote would probably be on Griffin.
Yeah?
I think so. I'm going to write it down. That's who I'm going to go with.
Think Griffin's going to win it all?
I'm going to say that Griffin and SKT are going to be in the final.
Okay.
And Griffin wins. So who's in the final for you?
I guess it also kind of depends how the bracket's laid out.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Because I was initially going to say like I would hope for G2 SKT because that would be a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, that one won't happen.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the way the bracket is that they would play each other in the semis.
Yeah.
They both won.
Yeah.
So I think I would probably go SKT Griffin, like you.
Really? Who's going to win? SKT?
I would rather Griffin win just because SKT is 1-3 and I like seeing new people win it.
So we're
Granted,
both on the same...
It's been a little bit since they've won it.
True.
It's been a couple years, but I stand by it.
Wow. So we're both going the same route, huh?
I guess so.
I wouldn't have expected that.
If Liquid was in there, even though, like, let's be honest, they wouldn't win it all, I would have to be that diehard fan that would just be like, yeah, Liquid's going to win it all.
I would be like, it's going to be Griffin and Liquid's going to shit the bed, but at least they made it. That's a step above what they've done.
Truth.
And what they're currently doing, which is sitting at home because they suck.
Dude.
Yeah, so
Chill
that was a bummer.
boys.
So yeah, it was disappointing. So in other news with League, they announced that. Did they announce this over a stream or something over the past couple days?
Yeah, they had their 10-year anniversary stream where they announced a ton of new stuff. One of the things they announced, which I thought was really cool, was, did you ever read the lore of Champions?
No, and I never will. But
okay, well, Thresh and Lucian. Just to give you a summed up version, Thresh is like the Chain Warden. He has that lantern that has a bunch of souls in it, and he had Lucian's wife's soul in there, and so like Lucian and Thresh in the lore have been at each other basically, and they released this awesome cinematic of Thresh and Lucian fighting and releasing his wife, and so his wife is going to become a playable character, which I thought was just really cool. And the cinematic it's awesome. It's great.
Are they going to have like? I wonder if they're going to have like a combo ability, kind of like those two champions. Those two, they're lovers. I don't remember who the fuck they are.
Zaya and Rakan.
Yeah. Wonder if they'll do something similar to that.
I don't know. But she's going to be a support, and she's going to be a marksman support.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. They'll have some joined combos.
Well, what else? What else, huh? Nope, that's it for the champion. Then they released a bunch of information about new games that they're working on. So there's the card game, Legends of Runeterra. an FPS shooter that they're working on, of which I don't know the name.
Now they're all league-based games, right? They
Yeah.
all have league
Well, I
characters
think
and
except for
stuff.
the shooter. I think the
Oh,
shooter is going
okay.
to be a separate thing. They're releasing Teamfight Tactics for mobile, and they're
Mhm.
also releasing League of Legends for mobile and on console. So like they gotta switch some stuff up for that, but I think it's cool. I'm pumped for it personally.
Should be interesting. And they're also doing a fighting game, which I think is league-based, and like an animated series, I think is what it
An
was.
animated series as well, yeah. Which I think is cool. I'll definitely watch the animated series. I want it to be like gritty. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be like super childish.
I think if they're going to release an animated series, they should make it like MA, adults only animated series.
I'm cool with it.
I would be happy with that. I mean, I might actually watch it if it was that. If it's teen like their game and stuff, I'd just be like, meh, yeah. Not for me.
Oh, it's got potential. And that's what I'm excited about. But I think it's really cool. I think the animation style they're going with looks really cool, and I'm excited for it. I think I'm mostly excited
for the shooter game. You mean?
No. For the like TV show, the animated series.
Oh, the animated series. Gotcha. I haven't looked at anything for that.
Yeah. I think mobile TFT is going to be awesome. My only thing with it is like TFT games can take a while if you do well, Like I don't know if I would even have time to play one like on my lunch break.
Yeah, I don't know. But it depends on how the controls are for that kind of stuff. Because just in my experience, every time they have controls for a mobile game, they're just kind of garbage, and it's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
The only good mobile games I've ever played are ones that are either idle or I can, download the Android app and hook it up to my computer and just play it on computer with my keyboard. But never actually mobile. So I don't know.
I don't know. I hope it's cool. They're like for mobile league and for console league, they have to kind of like change up the controls, obviously. So I'm interested to see how they did that, and they're actually using some different like game models for champions, which I thought was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my biggest thing with it was like, you're trying to be the new Blizzard.
Right now that's definitely not something they want.
Well, you know what I mean, which is stretching out into the different.
Yeah, they're just trying to find more people to grow their game, and they want more. What's the term I'm looking for here? They want more saturation in the market.
There you go. Yeah.
So, I mean, they're probably getting to a point where it's hard to get people to try League, or it's hard because there is a bit of a skill cap to try and get in at times, and people probably get discouraged by that skill cap and don't want to play. So they probably need other things to branch out to kind of pull people into it.
With all like the smurfing that goes on, most definitely.
Yeah, there is that as a constant problem.
Yeah, so. I was talking with a friend the other day, and he's like, he never hit level 30 to start playing ranked because anytime he'd get into a game, he'd just be in a game with a bunch of Smurfs, and they would just shit talk him the whole time. And it's like, what? It's like, of course he's bad. He's brand new to the game. Don't be assholes about it. Fucking help him out.
Well, we know how toxic League is, unfortunately. Didn't really have the
any internet game.
Yeah, definitely doesn't have the reputation as a very good community, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
something they talked about in their 10-year stream thing.
Did they mention that their workplace community that's toxic and gender hating, is that leaking over into the game? Is that what they mentioned?
I don't.
Is that what happened? It turns out our game is toxic because we're toxic and we fucked up. So our bad. Jeez.
Rough. Let them know, man. Give them the biz.
So anyway, Blizzard still kind of in the news after they had a shitty week last week. Okay. And they had a shitty week this week. They're just doing great things right now. I'm proud of them.
They had a shitty existence for a little bit here.
Yeah, that's fair. So they canceled an Overwatch event that they had, which was a release event with Nintendo. I think it was in New York City, so they were going to have a big event, being like, "Hey, Overwatch is on the Switch now," that kind of thing, and they canceled it. And Nintendo was pretty smug about it. They put a tweet out and they're just like, "Yeah, so this event's canceled by Blizzard. Just FYI, we didn't do it. Blizzard did it. That kind of thing." So
Don't be mad at us. Be mad at them.
Take your shit to Blizzard, okay? And then they were going to have a WoW event in Taiwan. I think it was like a 15-year or something event like that, and they delayed it. They didn't cancel it. They just said, "Oh, we'll do it some other time." Basically, like, if this shit storm slows down, then maybe we'll do it. But as it is now, we don't want to. So there's that going on. But really, the big thing is what's going to happen at BlizzCon in 2 weeks. It's 10 days from now, I believe. 11 days.
There's no way they cancel BlizzCon. There's no way.
I agree with you. I think it's pretty unlikely that they cancel BlizzCon, and that makes me so happy because I want so much for people to show up and rage and protest and just like, I love it so much. I can't wait. I look forward to that. And I really hope they have an open Q&A, and allow people to ask questions, because it would just be, God, probably the funniest thing to happen all year.
So do you know the legend of Red Shirt Guy?
Red Shirt Guy. It sounds familiar.
So he's a guy who goes to BlizzCon every year, and he's like super into WoW. He, not to sound like an asshole, but he kind of fits that stereotype of what you would expect of someone being extremely into WoW. And his first BlizzCon, he went up and he asked, like, they do, like a Q&A part. And the question he asked, like, stumped the Q&A people. And he's just come back every year with more questions that just stump them every time. And so he's like, air quotes, a legend at BlizzCon, to see if Red Shirt Guy is going to appear. I hope Red Shirt Guy appears with like a red Hong Kong shirt.
Oh.
Like,
well,
how good would that be?
I would really enjoy that. I would love it. I would love it a lot. Did you see, I didn't put this in the notes, but did you see that Blizzard even got a letter from Congress? Like, from congressmen?
What?
Yeah, Congress even wrote Activision a letter being like, they don't agree with what Blizzard's doing, basically telling them, like, you have an opportunity to take back these actions and that kind of stuff, because they don't like that Blizzard is basically saying that communism is fine and stuff like that. So I was like, whoa, like, it was a serious letter. Hold on, let me find it real quick. So senators call on Blizzard to reverse the Hearthstone ban, or the suspension.
Very interesting.
Because they not just banned him, they actually made him forfeit the prize money initially that they owed him.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, which now they've given him the money, and his ban is 6 months instead of a year, but still kind of fucked up.
Yeah, even if they undo it completely, it's still fucked.
So yeah, I mean, they basically said, they have deep concern about Activision Blizzard's decision to ban the player, forfeit prize money, and ban him from participating in tournaments for a year after he voiced support for pro-democracy protest in Hong Kong. The decision is particularly concerning in light of the Chinese government's growing appetite for pressuring American businesses to help stifle free speech. I was like, damn, they are coming after him. So it was quite a lengthy little letter that they sent to him, basically being like, you're better than this, and we don't agree with what you're doing here. You need to do better. I was like, that's pretty bad. I mean, congressmen can't, like, people in Congress can't agree on fucking anything, but they can band together to write a fucking letter to Blizzard who bans a goddamn, a Hearthstone player. They're all of a sudden like, hold on, we got to fix this. Everybody in the room. And they all show up right on time, and they have it written in the hour, and they send that bitch out on an eagle. They sent it out.
I'm gonna have to look it up and read it. I'm, definitely surprised by it.
Yeah, there was a video I watched where he read it on the thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find a nice thought. I was hoping I could just find a photo of it and send it to you, but I don't see anything quite yet. But yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Oh, here we go. I found it. Let me put this in the Discord. It's a little small, but you can zoom in. So, but yeah, pretty interesting. They were not happy about it, which I think it's fair. You know,
Oh, it's totally fair.
I was just surprised that that's something that happened. It just seemed kind of crazy, not what I expected.
Yeah, not something I would expect the government to step in and be like, "Hey, whoa, 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 whoa!
You guys are
We
fucking
fuck
up
up a
over
lot,
there.
so we know fucking up, and you fucked up."
At least we fuck up with democracy, okay? You're fucking up with communism. This ain't the right place for that.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that. So, yeah, crazy things. Looking forward to BlizzCon though. Can't wait. It's gonna be good. I never really look forward to it otherwise, but I'm definitely looking forward to it this year. It's gonna be good.
I mean, in all honesty, even when I was super into Blizzard games, I never looked forward to it.
Well, I think I looked forward to it last year because, there was a lot of rumors about Diablo and Diablo 4. And then I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's check it out. And then,
So you don't think there'll be any rumors this year? Oh, Riot made a stab at Blizzard.
For what?
The phone thing. Whenever they announced League and TFT Mobile, they were like, because let's be honest, we know you all have phones.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, get them. Get them. Kick them while they're down.
I remember seeing something about Diablo as a joke, like they fired somebody or something, and the joke was like because he didn't have a phone. And I was like, oh my god. Love it. Fucking idiots. All right. So otherwise, in other news, I should say, Activision ditched so it wasn't confirmed that they were having loot boxes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. At least I don't think it was confirmed. I think it was like leaked, but I don't think Activision ever confirmed that it was happening. But they ditched the idea of loot boxes for the new Call of Duty game in favor of a battle pass system instead. So
I don't have any issues with the battle pass.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely better than the random loot box thing, and it was pay to win anyway as far as the loot box release was going from what we saw. So yeah, I mean it's fine. It's definitely a better alternative if you want to monetize your game. I'm surprised Activision caved. I wonder if it has to do with their Blizzard department being a shit heap right now. So like we need to do something good.
Yeah, they're like, look at this good thing we did,
guys. We need to wrap your heads together. We got to do something. And someone's in the meeting, just like, what if we take out the loot boxes and do a battle pass? There it is. That's what we need. We'll have them back on our side.
You're a genius.
Give that man a raise. Give me
what easy.
So yeah, I mean, I guess it's good news for people looking forward to the new thing. What is it? Call of Duty. Doesn't that come out on Friday? I think that comes out this week.
The new Modern Warfare. So it's like the OG Modern Warfare, but I guess they're like revamping it in some way.
Yeah, this is a remake of Modern Warfare, whereas they literally remastered it a couple years ago. So they're just trying to cling to what worked for them years ago. Yeah, it comes out this Friday. Is it something you're going to play?
If it wasn't $60.
That's fair.
I would love to. And if it was cross-platform.
It is cross-platform.
Oh.
They did announce that. Yes. They're releasing free maps. They did announce that it will be cross-platform this time around.
Here's my thing with cross-platform. I've never played a cross-platform game.
Okay.
Except for Fortnite. No, and don't flame me, people. I played it like 2 or 3 times to try to play with Andy, and I hated it, and I never played it again. But there, you had to make like your own. You have to make an Epic account, and you can link up through that, and that's how I was able to play on the computer with Andy on his Xbox and be in the same party. Are they going to have the same thing? Am I going to have to make another fucking account for something?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. My experience with cross-platform games has always been like, hey, hope you're excited to get dicked on by people that are playing PC if you're on console. So,
well, they have
looking forward to that.
I forget who it was, but somewhere released a mouse and keyboard that like works with Xbox. It's like designed for Xbox.
Oh, I was gonna say I think just about any mouse and keyboard you could probably plug in and get and actually use, but
well, some games won't support it.
Right, which is understandable because it's not for that. Yeah, but I guess they designed one that that worked anyway. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if it's gonna be cross-platform, just get it on PC, and then if I don't like the way the keyboard mouse feels, I'll just hook up my controller and play it on controller any fucking way. So, I mean, it's really the best of the best there. Plus, I have this expensive video card I have to get money out of, it's psychologically beating me down if I don't get money out of it.
So, you gonna get it?
No. I don't buy Call of Duty games anymore because, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, every time I do, I'm pissed that I gave money to Activision because I always end up hating the game, basically. I think the last time I did buy it, it was like, Nathaniel and Philip were like, yeah, we're all going to play together and it's going to be great. We never once fucking played together. Okay. Not a single time. This is how pissed I was. I think it was last year. So I got it first. Philip then got it. And then Nathaniel was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And then I find out that Philip and Nathaniel were playing it together and they don't even include me in it. And I was like, I fucking hate both you guys. I'm not talking to you anymore. I hate this goddamn game. And I was like, I'm done with it. Call of Duty, you fuck up everything in my life. I don't want anything to do with you.
You ruined everything I've ever loved.
Even these people I used to talk to, I don't even want to talk to them now. I mean, I still talk to Philip, but...
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
I'm a little bitter. I can feel it.
I couldn't tell.
I'm going to need a beer after this now. The last thing, did you have anything else for this week? Oh, wait. Did we mention the esports manager game for League?
Oh, no, we didn't.
I am interested in that one.
I am also interested in that. I like those types of games.
I do like those type of manager games. Honestly, every time I get onto Steam and I see that football manager, I always think it's the American football, NFL. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I look at it, I'm like, God damn it, it's that football. Fuck, I don't want this. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, see, here's my thing about that, right? I don't like sports. So I have a hard time playing these manager games. Because I don't give a shit about sports.
I mean, I think this one's going to be pretty unique. I don't know how you make esports manager exciting, though.
Yeah, same.
I don't know how you're going to... oh, he got a wrist injury. I'm like, what do you mean you got a fucking wrist injury? Play left-handed, you bitch. Get out of here. What, am I just cutting players left and right? You get your jungle stolen and immediately you're out. Cut him. Send him to another team. I don't think so. I want to be known as the most cutthroat manager.
That's what I expect from you.
Yeah, and I'd like the option to literally cut throats in it if possible. It should be rated MA.
Okay. Interesting take.
Went to another level, but no, I'd be interested to see what they do and how they make it interesting. I mean, I'm interested in it, but I honestly don't know how you make something like that appealing and fun to play.
Yeah, I see. I feel you.
Don't know.
I would like being able to... I don't know if it'd be easy to implement or hard to implement, but you scout players, I don't honestly, I don't want it to have real pro players in it. I want it to have just all fake people, and you scout them out, and you pick the ones that you like the best, so you feel like you're becoming more invested. Oh yeah, I scouted this guy out because looking at his stats, he had these good things, and I want my team to have this kind of play style. And you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you'll definitely have. I would assume you'll definitely have components of oh, you can develop certain skills or abilities or things with them, that kind of thing. I wouldn't mind if there's pro players that are a little bit better in some things, a little bit worse than others, and you can kind of build them up, because I would almost want to recruit a pro player, make them better in the game, perform better than they do in real life, and tweet the shit out of them. You're fucking garbage. Look how good you are for me, though. You're not pro anymore, but if I managed you, you would have been. Look at this. You're winning these games. Look at that.
Yo, Liquid, when you hiring me, Jensen ain't choking at my world.
That's funny. Yeah. And the other thing makes me wonder, so, I mean, League is obviously, or Riot's obviously making this esports manager. So is it just going to be managing League of Legends? Because there's so many different games for esports now.
At least at first, I believe it would just be League.
Right, and then maybe eventually, I would expect
to
Counter-Strike too.
Yeah, I think you're going to be able to air quotes here, scout the other team,
Does that mean I just
You know,
have to
and
watch like
and, like,
real
help.
play or like recorded play of league matches and then make decisions? Because I'm not going to do that.
No, I think you would just like look through stats.
They're just going to give me. I swear to no, I don't want that because no. Riot is literally going to be like, check the Jat stats. I'm like, fuck Jat, get this guy out of here. Fuck this guy. Uninstall this piece of shit game.
It rhymes, so obviously that's what they would do.
That's what they're gonna. I know they'll do it. Oh, I fucking hate that guy. He was on the broadcast this weekend, and I muted it, and I was just like silently raging to myself.
It makes me sad because he used to be like my favorite one.
He was my favorite, and well, no, that's not true at all. He was never my favorite one. I didn't give a shit about him, but I didn't hate him until we went to that tournament. And he just completely blew off you guys, and I was like, no, you don't do that, Jat, you motherfucker. Okay,
Listen here, Jat, if that even is your real name.
I mean, it's clearly not. At least, at least I hope not. Fucking hate that guy.
Oh man,
I'm so bitter. God.
What I was trying to say was you would scout the other team and like look at other matches that they played and their stats and what they played and win with, and so you could like, you know, be the air quotes coach on stage and do the pick band for your team and that kind of thing. Like that would be interesting.
Yeah, and then I would hope you would get to skip the game and maybe not watch it. I mean, if they do a pretty good job of making a game look pretty real, like you're watching a real match between pros, good AI or something, I wouldn't mind watching it play out. Whereas maybe if you can speed it up for, you know,
I would
times two or
just
something.
want highlights. I wouldn't want to watch a whole fucking game.
Yeah, maybe highlight. But then again, there's so much like macro play that goes into it, so the highlights wouldn't really give you the right idea. You know, you got to see the little things too. Like, look at that jungler. He's pathing wrong. Get that fucking guy out of here. Get him out of here. Give me a different
He's
jungler.
done. He's cut.
What is he doing? What is he doing? We don't want that shit. Get out.
Okay. All right.
I have no business being a manager of any team, is what I'm discovering.
So when we starting our team?
What do we call our team?
You want to be the manager of the team that Pegs and I run?
Can we start our own team, just call it GTFO, and then that's gonna be our pro team.
G2FO, huh?
I don't know.
Maybe some legal things in there, but
yeah, some legal
never know
issues.
unless you try.
And then you get sued, and then you're like, well, now we know. We had a hunch, but we didn't know. Now we do. Now we do.
You're going to learn today.
Yeah. All right. Last thing I had for this episode, just kind of a reminder for people to have PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Network Plus, all that kind of, I don't know what the fuck it's called. I even have it, and I don't know what it's called. Anyway, if you have that, just don't forget Last of Us Remastered, free for October. So if you've never played it, you can get it. So
yeah. So if you've never played it, don't start now.
Oh, my soul.
Ho-ho!
Crushing.
Fucking got him.
I'm bitter enough as it is. Do you really need to add to this right now?
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Anything else?
Fun.
That explains so much. All right, Pat. Anything else for this week that you got?
No, that's it for me.
Let's wrap up this episode. I've got a murder to go solve.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode
42.
42, everybody.
Wow. And that's it. We'll see you next week.